TJ.
And I'm Kayla.
And we have music playing somewhere. Oh, I still have. Oh, I thought I guessed that. My bad. And we are sailing away with T and K. Well, I guess after being 2 weeks off, we're about to have a mess up here.
Yep.
So.
It goes along with the new year that our country's having.
Oh, let's not go there. Let's try to not go. Let's be a distraction for a little bit on that right now. But we're back. We took off 2 weeks because one thing, when you go to a theme park, you need the next week off. I mean, we were pretty tore up after that.
I feel like I need another week off. Like I had to go back to work, to school Monday, and I need another week.
Yeah, well, we'll say that first thing just about killed us.
Yeah.
Because, well, we got there. I'm making the video right now. We got there at rope drop, and decided to stay there for a while. And decided to do that, not knowing that when they hit capacity, if you stayed on the property, you could get it out. So
yeah, TJ made us get up at the crack of dawn a few days to go.
And then we were there till midnight. Well, 1 o'clock is when we got back.
God, don't remind me.
So let's check in the chat. Let's see. The first person we have is up.
Tyler
showed the human cruise encyclopedia himself, Dewey Ski. Anthony DeGarrison, he's got some Facebook page now.
He does, yes. He invited me to it yesterday. It is Anthony Gator Simone.
Yep. Jonathan Short from the Six Travel Shorts.
Hey, Jonathan.
Lucy, who we'll see a little bit later. Ronnie with Life is Good Today. Woo! Let's see, anybody else? See Dewey, Lucy, Bill from MGM, Jaded Travel. No maps needed. I will say J&N does need some help getting their hours right now. So if you got extra time to play their playlist, J&N and Sherry both need that help right now. So if you got extra time, you can play them if you can in the background.
J&N said good evening, Kayla, TJ, and Kat.
well, pretty soon.
Being quiet right now.
Yeah, but just thinking about a couple weeks, we'll have something else up here.
Yeah, we're getting a puppy.
Yep. Hey, Miss Sherry. Speaking of the devil, Sherry's here. So, but trip was awesome. Couple things real quick. We do have 513 days from our group cruise.
Not that we're counting.
Not we're counting at all. So ticker goes down here. But we do have a new countdown, don't we? 143 days until Mexico!
Okay. Now, before we go anywhere else.
Oh, you will, but we got that covered up.
I don't know. I just don't feel very optimistic about Carnival's canceling everything, and
Mexico is the hope. Mexico is the land of the free right now. Home of the vacation. Damn Disney.
I'm having a hard time just being optimistic.
Well, hey, we made it through one vacation, hey, that was a fun trip. A lot of people from here came with though. A good bit. I mean, we met a lot of people from Louisiana.
We did.
And also, just to tell y'all.
Oh, this is TJ's most prized purchase.
Got wand. Snakes. Severus Snape, which is actually the name of our dog we're getting.
We are getting a puppy, and we're going to name him Sev.
His full name will be Severus Snape Brian.
We're going to call him Sev.
Yeah. We actually met him last week for the first time.
Yes, we met and got to hold him and everything.
Yeah, he's just
it'll be about another month before he actually comes with us. He's got to stay with his mom a couple more weeks.
Well, it's for my best friend Justin, and they just want to make sure he's going to be able to eat soft food, be able to wait be able to get away from the litter. That's one thing they have been taking him to the side a lot just to get him ready to come. So he's probably going to be the first puppy to leave the nest, pretty much. But he's in good hands. They're definitely taking care of this. Are definitely dog people. Let's see. Anybody else here? Blaine's here. What up, Blaine?
So MGM.
Yep, MGM Bill. And Mary Ellen Dillon. I like going over here where I can't see because Onyx is there door to the window.
Let him live.
Okay. So, but that's it. I guess next show we'll go a little more on Christmas since we got guests tonight.
Yeah, we'll talk about Mexico next time. We'll talk more in depth about Grinchmas. We'll talk more in depth about Sev next
Yes.
time. But tonight we have some special guests that we want to bring on.
Yes. So pretty much for some of our first friends on YouTube when we first originally started.
Mhm.
Bill, you guys know him as MGM Family Travel, Bill and Lucy. So let's bring them on. Let's see. There they are. Hey guys,
Hi
Yeah.
guys.
Hi guys.
how are
Hopefully
y'all
you can
doing?
hear us tonight. Hopefully we don't sound like aliens.
Yes, hopefully
We
we
can.
don't. And thank you for having us.
No,
No
no problem. You
problem.
guys look way better than Tuesday. Uh, I wish you would have brought some of the numbers though.
Nice.
Yeah, y'all had like 499 views.
It was crazy.
391 was the average.
Yeah, that's what it says.
It wasn't true. I
No,
don't.
we don't think.
Oh, well, it's like y'all,
It's
Yeah.
so.
Nancy, and then today Leah Loco was over. We were talking before; they had over 500 too. I think it's if you're monetized, like it's doing that for some reason.
Oh,
It could be because that's one thing I kind of caught that trend. Oh, hello, Dave.
hi, Dave.
Dave.
Do we know Dave?
I don't
Hi,
know Dave,
Dave.
but
Welcome, Dave.
hi,
You
Dave.
know, Dave.
I like the new format
Yeah.
of
StreamYard.
StreamYard where it's like bubbles. Looks more modern.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
bubble.
do like that.
Yeah, they started that a couple weeks back.
Do you guys watch their? We watch their Sunday live
Yeah,
stream,
Sunday live stream.
and they'll tell you what they're working on, and they'll take suggestions.
Who's
It's on
StreamYard?
Facebook though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
StreamYard goes live on Facebook.
Oh
every
no, I
Sunday.
didn't know they had that.
I guess I'll be doing that now that football season's over. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What is the
Tells you
temperature
all the little
right now?
tricks. Volume is a little low. That's what I hear from Mr. Blaine.
Isn't that the volume?
How's that? Any
That's a little
Mhm.
better.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
Well, now I got Lucy blocked, so we can't do that. We can't block that beautiful face.
no, cannot do that at all. Hello, Miss Margaret. Welcome in. It's a new name. New names here tonight. So, okay, what was the question you just asked?
What was the temperature there? It is like 50 here, and I'm freezing it down.
29, I think it
It's
is.
Oh
my
Yeah,
God.
29.
I'm out.
My blankie.
She's
why
got
I
her
would-
Eagles blanket on.
Yes, that's right. My Eagles blanket. Otherwise, I'd be shivering.
Onyx.
It was very overcast here today. Overcast and windy. So I think I've just been cold all day.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't been able to warm up.
We would kill for
You were a
50 degrees.
forklift them.
50 degrees and I'd be wearing shorts.
Oh, nice, but we brought you in just for a little interview tonight, just like y'all did for us. Say, a couple months, I think back in October, we'll be here on y'all's. And first off, just tell us a little about your channel.
So we are supposed to be a travel channel. We want to
haven't
travel.
traveled very much.
And mostly family travel. So that's kind of where this all started was, we've talked a lot about when, we're a blended family. When we first met, we had tons of kids and no money. So, but a passion for travel nonetheless. So, we have traveled on every budget you can imagine. And, that's my whole thing. Like I want the world to
Everybody's
know.
saying they can barely hear it.
You guys are loud,
It
clear.
got louder the second
Yeah.
time you did it. This might be the delay for them.
How
Sounds
about
good
now?
now.
Good
Right.
now?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, loud, and clear.
Yeah, that is louder.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I won't be right up on it
It's
then.
all right. You can go louder.
So anyway, yeah, long story short, my mission at first was to let people know that, you can travel on any budget, and have a great time and have some crazy adventures
Yeah.
along the way. And then, the pandemic happened and we started doing lives and we met the awesome community and we just have a good time every Tuesday, getting to know everybody, checking in with
Our
everyone.
channel actually started with home videos.
Yeah.
That our phones put together ourselves, or that themselves, and it was pretty much still shots, and it would show On my phone, it would say like we started in New Jersey and went to Virginia Beach, and it would show like day one, day two, day three, and at the end of our trip, it would take photos from each day and put them in like a in order and put music behind them. So we saved them.
So back then,
Yeah, there was no
you didn't
cloud.
keep your phone for more than 2 years. So it was like, okay, great. You'd lose your videos. So we started using YouTube as storage
Yeah,
um,
and
until this year.
and then our as we added to, we had one video, which was Pure Runners from Cozumel, that our daughter actually helped us with. And she put music behind it, and it got copyright, but it got a whole lot of views. But it was fun,
It was.
and we started watching a lot of the funny stuff on YouTube, the peer runners. This was after our cruise, but we had done research. We used YouTube for research, and we got involved with the community in the chats. Well, the first one I got, and Bruce used to come on every day at 5 o'clock, and I used to come home from work, and I'm the one who cooks dinner. So while I was cooking dinner, I would be chatting with everybody in Bruce's chat, and that's how I met Sherry Awesome. That's how I met Blaine. There was a lot of people that I met, but I think I was Bill Muss back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Muss, and then as we got more involved, when we were going on our cruises, we did more and more research of how to pack your bags. I had never cruised, so she talked me into it, and
Begrudgingly.
I looked up every ship that was ever in a storm. You know how the furniture slides across the deck and the waves. I made my sister and my brother-in-law were going with us too, so I would find these videos and I would send them to them, and they had never been on a cruise either. So the more stuff I found negative on cruising, positive stuff.
Yeah, because I had a whole, everyone was a first time cruiser except for me.
And
So
your
there was
mom
a
and
lot
dad,
of pressure
yeah.
on me. Yeah, and my parents. So, and he's like, for every good thing I would like get people excited, then he would come up with these stupid videos where,
They were
disaster
They're actually pretty
at
funny.
every turn.
Yeah. But
So
we
what
luckily. Oh, go ahead.
What is MGM? Like, how'd you come up with that name?
All
Does that
right.
stand for
Musselman.
anything? Oh, Musselman?
That's my last name, Musselman.
And my last name is Murray.
And
And-
Gomes is upstairs.
Yes, so we're a blended family.
Okay.
We don't have any biological children together.
That would
So
be bad.
there are 3 last names that make up our family. That would be really bad. God help us all.
Yes.
Um,
That's why
so-
we didn't meet when we were younger. We were not meant to reproduce.
No, not together anyway. So that makes up so before this all happened, we had little kids, and people always want to refer to, they want to say, well, we're going to see the Musselmans or the Murrays or whatever. And it was like an awkward thing. So we just said, we're declaring ourselves the MGMs. And like when the kids would make Christmas ornaments and stuff when they were little, they wouldn't write the Musselman family or whatever. They would write the MGM family. And so it just kind of stuck.
You should have seen like when the school nurse called. It was like, okay, what kid? Trying to explain to them like my
How
last
it's
name's
all
Musselman.
connected. Yeah.
I'm on the list. Like, I'm on that list. So, who are you related to this kid? But
I was there at one point of my name before I legally changed my name because I was a different name and mom and dad were the whole other last name. So I don't know what that is.
We
Yeah.
before we came up with sailing away with T and K, TJ had put together. He wanted to call us TKO, like TJ, Kayla, and Onyx, our cat. But at the time, we were watching like WrestleMania or
It was the WWE wrestling. It was wrestling.
WWE every week, and TKO was like the Randy Orton, like that was
RKO.
his RKO. Well, yeah. And I was like, we can't be that. Like, we would get so much copyright.
I was
And
like,
so we ended up going with sailing away with T and K. But we kind of tried to do something similar.
We thought we would get in trouble too,
We
and
did.
so
We were
far
worried.
nobody said a word to us. So,
Yeah, the
but
Lion, MGM. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, I even did it. I did the lion
Oh, I
on
saw it. That looked good.
the.
You really are good at putting together your thumbnails, intro videos like you did for the cruise or the cabin wives, the original episode that you put together. That was real good. You really have a very good, especially doing like on such short notice sometimes.
Yeah, I haven't worked
That's
on one
all
for
him.
this Saturday. So, it's been a crazy week. I was actually out of work. I was home sick for 3 days. We had another
Oh,
Mambo 19. Is that what they got? Mambo 19 scare.
Yeah.
Like our fifth one
Oh.
here. So, our daughter works in a supermarket, so
oh,
she
yeah.
brings home all kinds of good stuff with her.
We're ticking time bombs.
Yes.
That's kind of how I feel being a teacher.
It's
Like,
yeah.
well, and those kids, like, they don't really get the virus like we can. They just carry it around and give it
Yeah.
to everybody else.
They won't even know they have it. And
I
they'll sneeze on you.
Yeah, that's why I think of a lot, especially when she comes home. It's like, okay, when am I going to get it? Like, I'm at a point now, I'm pretty sure I'll eventually get it, but it's
I
like, just
come
when.
home and, like, I strip off my clothes. I go take a bath immediately. Like, I do not sit down in the clothes that I went to work in. Just, I'm getting it all off.
Trying to be on the
We've
safe
had
side. That's right.
five people in my family have had it.
Oh, wow.
But they were all young, and
And-
they all
yeah.
were like back to work in a week.
My sister had it too,
Yeah.
and she had she was asymptomatic.
Yep.
Thank God.
We've had just 3, I think, members have it total so far, something like that we do.
So it's just a matter of time up here.
Yeah. At this point, because I work with people out of state, I'm about doing their auction. This is when I get creeped out because it's like I deal with people from, I mean, all the way to Washington, from Louisiana to Washington State, New Jersey a lot, Pennsylvania a lot. So it's definitely I get a little leery about that. But real quick, just tell you, we had some more people pop in. We had Papa Moza, the Vlog Fathers in the house, the Cruise World,
Hey,
and
Papa.
the
Hey, Mark.
Vlog Fathers back.
Was
Call-
Rayleigh here?
Oh, Blake's been here, I think.
Oh, okay.
See, I like it.
It happened so fast.
I know,
The chat just
here.
happened so fast. It's hard to keep up.
Okay, a question for Lucy: how did you become a travel agent?
So being I actually went to school back in the 90s, and that was my end game. I wanted to be a travel agent. And about halfway through, I changed course because, that's right when everyone started going online and booking travel, like myself included. I stopped calling a travel agent for cruises and I started booking them online. And I was like, this is not, this is going to go by the wayside. Travel agents are going to be a thing of the past. So I kind of switched gears and, but it was my passion always. It's something I always wanted to do. And I said, I've always told him, when we retire, I'll do the travel agent thing then, and it'll be like a supplemental thing for our income, or at least we'll get our travel at a discount. And when the whole lockdown hit, it did not affect us in that we didn't go to work every day. We still went out and went to work every day and worked our butts off and came home, and there was no joy. Like, we're just sitting here staring at the walls. We're not allowed to go anywhere. We're not allowed to do anything. It's okay for us to risk everything to go out. We used to call ourselves not essential. What did we say? We were expendable.
Yes.
So in the middle of all that, he said, you've always said you wanted to finish and become a travel agent down the road. We're stuck in the house. Why not do it now? And I was like, huh. And so it took all those hours that I was sitting at home kind of miserable, and I started doing all my training, and it kind of got me out of my funk. And so that's what happened. I got obsessed.
There's a lot of training that's involved with becoming a travel agent.
But I was learning about all these wonderful places and all these deals and all these companies, and
every trip she looked up, we were
I was like,
there.
okay, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna do it. It brightened my spirits, I guess.
And still, to this day, anybody that sends her an email, she'll look up their trip and be like, oh, I want to go there. So I don't think it's going to be a profitable thing, put it that way.
Well, hard to go anywhere right now.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you
Well,
did land the big group cruise though with the
You
BBD Rub Run. I mean, congrats on that. I mean, that's got to
Thank
be helping a lot, and
Yes.
that's been very, very popular with that. I'm happy. I'm happy for all. We have our own group cruise, but I'm also happy that they did their own, and just the whole how it went from a polo to a group cruise is
Yeah.
what got me about the whole thing.
Yes. That's so true.
well, we had so much fun. We went to Mexico with Midlife Crazy and with that's Cruise
Life.
I always forget Jay's and Michelle's channel's name, but they do have one video now. Make sure you go see it.
Yeah.
We had so much fun with them. I don't think we'll ever travel alone again. It was just a blast. You could go to a crappy place, but if you're with people that you enjoy
Yeah.
being
Oh,
with,
yeah.
you're gonna have a good time. So
Yeah, I understand. Because we had I understand the situation because we had I was in the bachelor party for my best friend who's actually where we're getting the dog from, and we were supposed to go deep sea fishing. Well, hurricane popped up, so we could go to the house, but couldn't go fish. But the six was there, all good friends. We made it fun, even though we couldn't go out. We almost got flooded in. I understand that we're saying that, as long as it's all about the people there with you, not about really where
Yeah.
you're at. So
we were at a beautiful place too, and we
Oh,
were
yeah.
with great people. So it had been 9 months since any of us had left our houses, pretty much. So
Oh, I
it was nice.
and that's how once we finally left to go to Gatlinburg, finally get out of the house for me. It was like, thank you God, we're not here.
Yes, it's
That's our smoke detector.
Yeah, I changed like
I
last
wasn't
month.
sure if I was hearing it.
No.
No, it's on our
Right.
that's
not
coming out.
sounding like aliens again.
Our house eats batteries and light bulbs. Like, we just changed that battery like a month ago.
Yeah,
So there's no reason it should be beeping.
We had
But-
that too, remember?
We do. There is one light bulb in the house like every week that will go off. Just
There's-
a different light bulb, random light bulb, but
in
at least
random
one a week.
rooms. Like it's not just one part of
It's
the house.
ridiculous.
Yes.
I can point you in some directions for some paranormal websites.
I
A
know.
lot of friends that are into the paranormal.
Maybe I get Zach Bagans to come here and do the house.
I don't know.
Walk around with some sage.
Lots of energy here, I guess. I don't know.
Question I want to start asking everybody is what editing software do y'all use for your videos?
So as we were saying before we went live,
Yeah.
so our new computer, it's not that new. It's like maybe
it's
5
not
years
new.
old. But we got this great deal on this computer. It's got all these great features, but it was Windows 8.1, which was a bomb. So we have no options but to use the Movie Maker that is compatible with Windows 8.1.
Yeah.
We can't upgrade. We can't use Adobe. Like we've tried Adobe.
Yeah, we
it will
tried
not
Adobe.
accept anything. It's
We
terrible.
can get a really good deal on Adobe. It's like $19 a month for us to get it.
But we can't because our computer,
our computer won't take it.
It won't take it.
Oh.
So
But
we're
we
in
use-
the
we use
market
a-
for a computer.
We use a
When we
lot
get
of
all, I'm gonna find that computer. We haven't sent that out. Send that to y'all. We found Amazon. Our desktop. I mean, we got our computer. Like I said, $325 is what we paid for it, and 2 screens. And
It's a Dell.
it's not. It's a rebuilt Optiplex
Oh, the screen was a
7020.
Dell. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a Dell. It's Dell.
Okay,
it's
it
a
is
Dell.
Dell.
It's a Dell Optiplex, but it's completely rebuilt by some company in North Dakota, I think. So
We are definitely going to look into
Yeah,
that.
we'll find something.
So for
out
now,
there.
we're stuck with Movie Maker,
Yeah.
which
But
we're
it-
both familiar with, and we're getting to know it. So the videos are going a
we
lot
could do some
smoother.
crazy stuff with it. So
I'm seeing you guys do
Yeah.
some great intro. Like I said, you guys do great intros. I know Bill, you're more of that, but great intros, great editing, great everything y'all do. I know the way y'all played with StreamYard, do the layer, I think it's called, was it the layers you do on it, or
yeah, there's
what's it called?
backdrops or
Yeah.
overlays.
overlays. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. So I guess next one goes. What do y'all use to film with? Do you guys use your phone? Do you guys have a camera, or
I got a
So we ended up buying. So we have a really good camera, but it's kind of bulky, and when you're traveling,
You need
we
the
have to
dead
travel
cat.
by air even to go
Yeah.
on a Caribbean cruise most of the time. So we need to streamline. And so he needed a new phone, and we decided to spend the money on the phone, and it had a great camera, and that's actually what we use. So we
Okay.
have the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus, I think, and it has an amazing camera. That's actually what we're using right
it's
now.
waterproof.
Yep.
Like, my camera outlasted everybody in Mexico. Everybody's.
Well, I think everybody else pretty much had an iPhone, and there you are with your Samsung. That's built out grand. You actually drop and not care.
Well, Jay's phone went swimming.
Oh.
Brad's camera stopped. The sound stopped working, and my phone worked the whole entire time. So,
Ooh.
you notice we're the only ones that put a blog out from that.
True, very true. Now that you say that, I didn't notice that till right now.
So they laugh, but I got everything. I got the gimbal. I got an extender that can go like 8 foot tall.
Wow.
And it works just fine.
Do you read what Blaine said? He films with an RCA video recorder that sits on his shoulder.
What was good?
Just like my dad.
That's one back in the day, yeah.
Does it take VHS? The little ones?
Oh, it takes of course it has to take the little. No, it takes the big VHS. That's the one I want. It's like 300 pounds.
Jonathan Short said, I have the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. I've had it for 4 years and not planning on upgrading.
That's what I have too, Jonathan.
Yeah, that's what she had. And hers works fine too.
It works fine. It's great. The batteries.
Yeah, we took hers on our cruise.
Yep.
All the girls have. We got 3 of them. And they all had them underwater.
Mm-hmm.
We went snorkeling with them. Mm-hmm. And they were doing underwater shots. We were like,
makes me nervous.
We were hesitant about it, and we turned around, and my daughter's like underwater with her phone.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And it was fine, but I don't recommend doing that. I actually have the pouches that you can put them in.
Yeah.
That are waterproof, and we filmed underwater in those pouches with no problems at all.
We have some pictures we took from our honeymoon in Mexico back in the day.
We have the pouches. I'm just scared. Like, if it gets wet, it's gone.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do it like real quick, but I'm just scared to leave it under there for.
Do you have the Samsungs too that are water resistant?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I do it with an iPhone.
Savannah. What did he see in Savannah? MGM Family Travel. I saw it in Savannah. I don't know what he saw in Savannah.
So Dewey said, I have an iPhone 8, iPhone 6, GoPro 8, and some off-brand 4K cameras.
Yeah, we got some off-brand 4K stuff.
Yeah.
We watched a lot of videos that said, like, before you go out and dump a bunch of money into this, you're not going to make any money. Like, there's one out of every 50 channels that's going to take off. Like, this is more for our entertainment, so we're not going to go out and dump a couple $1,000s into equipment.
And really, we do have other cameras, and we never bring them, ever. Like, even if we bring them on the trip, wherever we are, and we're like, oh, we want to take a picture, whatever, that we don't have the camera, we have to use our phone.
Yep, the phone's always with me, and it's just so accessible.
Easy.
The only problem I did have was, like, Brad had the big camera, and when we went into one area, they were all very much like, come on in to Brad. We jumped ahead of lines, and they thought Brad was filming for somebody. Yeah, he had the dead cat. He looked very professional, and I had a camera, like my phone.
Had his phone.
So he got to go a lot further than I did. So
I will say, Brad had also the camera that he used the most was the tiniest little thing. On like a handheld tripod. I don't think it was a GoPro.
It's like a little GoPro, wasn't it?
It was. I think it was smaller than a GoPro.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but that thing was very convenient. That was very. That
we
one
didn't
was
even
awesome.
know he had it half the time.
Yeah.
I think it's like the Hero 8 he had with like a little attachment. I never saw. I think it was on y'all's vlogs or Chris. Or I think it was y'all's where I saw he panned over and
he had it in his hand. Mm-hmm.
So. All right. So far, what's been the favorite thing you've vlogged so far?
the favorite thing we've vlogged.
Or the thing you're most proud of you put online, so outside like lives or anything like that.
Man on the street for me.
So, okay, he's going to say man on the street. I'm going to say probably overall for the whole video, I'm probably proudest of the one that we did in the Pines, believe it or not. I put a lot of effort into that, and I felt like it told the story I wanted to tell. Like my vision and the end result were
she edited
close.
That one.
And so I'm most proud of that one.
Osmo Pocket. That's what it is.
Oh, Osmo Pocket. Okay. Thank you, Anthony. Okay, so, all right. So, what was y'all's? Let's go to cruising. We're cruising channels now. So, what was y'all's first cruise?
What and when?
What and when? I know Lucy went before Bill, but
She went way before me.
Well, she I would say boat.
So, I went in 2018.
Yeah.
2018 on.
Oh,
The
you're a
Conquest.
newbie.
Yes, yeah.
On the Carnival Conquest. I've
We
only
did
been on two.
Eastern Caribbean.
I fell in love. Like, we went to their private island.
Half Moon Cay.
Yes,
or
Half Moon Cay.
Key.
She can finish my sentences for me. And once I hit that island, I was like, I want to live here. So I don't care if any cruise I go on stops at that island, I will be a happy man. So as long as the weather's good,
It was the perfect.
It's like walking in powder in the sand. It's amazing. So,
Yeah, TJ's never been to one of the Keys yet, but I told it like their purity, like
yeah.
totally
I've been
different.
to the Keys. I just haven't been on one of the private islands on a cruise ship yet.
Not a key, a K.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Never been to a private island.
If that ship was to pull away and left me, I would have been like waving goodbye.
Yeah, that's the one port, right? It's okay. Leave me. I'll survive just fine.
Coconuts and I'll figure it out.
Lucy, what was your first cruise?
So my first cruise, and we talked about this a little bit on Tuesday. I was obsessed with cruising from the time I was a kid up, and when I turned 18, the first thing I did was book a cruise, and I booked a Carnival cruise because Kathy Lee Gifford sang to me my whole childhood about how fun it was. And so I booked the Carnival holiday. It was January of 1995. It was a 7-day Western Caribbean, and we went to Grand Cayman. It was the first time I'd ever left the country besides going to Canada by Niagara Falls. So it was the first time I saw crystal clear, blue, beautiful water. I went to Stingray City in Grand Cayman and fed stingrays. I mean, it was just like everything I thought it would be. Like, you know how sometimes you'll dream about stuff and then when you go do it, it's kind of a letdown. It was like everything I dreamed it would be and then some.
The angels were singing around.
They were. I went to Jamaica and I did Dunn's River Falls. And it was beautiful, and the last port was Cozumel, which was, but I had a great time.
That's awesome.
So how many cruises have y'all both been on?
I've been on 2.
And I've been on 6, believe it or not. As much as I love cruising, I also like to do other things too.
Oh yeah. Well, I got the same amount as Bill, so I don't feel bad anymore about me being the.
Can I have all of y'all's combined plus some?
Well, when our kids were younger, we took them to Disney quite often.
And Universal and
If I would have known then what I know now, we would have been on cruise ships.
Cruises.
Yeah, I still feel like they're the best value for your money. Like,
agree.
It's the cheapest vacation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love Disney. But when I look back and look at the amount of money that I've spent there over the years,
it's outrageous.
It's
well, that is like, even though we had paid, like we thought we had a deal with Universal and all that.
It was a cruise. It was as much as a cruise.
It was as much as a cruise, and I was way more tired after leaving than I was coming in. So
read Cruise World's comment there. If
you know the now on Carnival Holiday. Come on, sing with me, guys.
I see another parody in his future. I don't think Eric B. Hey, Eric B.
Hey,
Hey,
The
Eric.
Down
Eric.
He's
Unders.
on
Hey,
S
Eric.
10 too. Yeah, he's been on.
And the Down Under
Yep.
Cruisers
Hey,
Hey,
Charlotte.
guys.
How are
popped
you?
in.
Yep. Let's see. So, let's see. What's what's been so far your favorite? I know you've been in one case. What's been like your favorite port, favorite destination port so far?
I already said it. So,
Well, I know yours, but I mean,
Half Moon K. Key
okay,
K.
okay.
I mean, I love them all for different reasons, and because he said Half Moon Key, I will say
Belize
Roatan.
too. Belize was awesome.
Roatan.
No, Belize was the other private island.
Yeah, that we did go
They're all
to
great.
Starfish Island off Belize. We went snorkeling and then it's like a private island
It's
for
a
the day.
sandbar they bring you back to with a volleyball court in the middle of a volleyball court and a bar. So it's a sandbar.
All the
And
ports are great because they're not home.
Yes, that's so
I
true.
agree with that
Yeah.
at this point.
You're in paradise.
we've been
At
real
this
lucky.
point, I would go anywhere.
Yes.
We've only been one of the cruises. The first one I went on was perfect weather the whole entire time. The second one it got a little bit rough, and I think it rained a half a day. But I've been real lucky where we've had perfect weather. So every port, even when it did rain, it was done in 20 minutes and it felt good. So I've been real lucky. She's been on a couple rough cruises. So
Because I've cruised out of New York, so you're in the, I've cruised up to New England and Canada, so you're in the North Atlantic, and it's quite rough sometimes.
yeah, so that can make the port you go to is the weather, and
Yeah.
that's why I love them all because it's been
Nice
more
weather.
like it's been. I went fishing off the DR and we went a few miles out in a 30-foot boat, and it was calm. I mean, it was beautiful, and that was one of the excursions that I went on. For only being on 2 cruises, we've gotten a lot accomplished. Put it that way. So.
Yeah, whisper back.
What's your favorite cabin style?
So I'm probably gonna be opposite of everyone. I've done interior, ocean view, and balcony, and I've always been more about I'd rather get on the boat and then be able to go on excursions and do what I want to do. So most of my cruises I've done interior cabins. But I would say I did like having the window when we did ocean view.
Yeah,
If you have more than 2 people in your cabin, I would definitely say ocean view. My one experience with a balcony, I didn't spend any time on the balcony. We had obnoxious neighbors. They were there. It was like a family reunion, and I guess there was one couple that got a balcony and no one else, and so they all hung out there and
Party.
partied
Yeah, it was
and
a big
loud
party
and
out on the balcony.
obnoxious and music. Music, whatever, but it wasn't like my kind of music, so it wasn't relaxing for me at all. I'd rather be.
it was country music.
It was yes. I'm not a huge fan of country music.
Say no more.
Say no more. It wasn't Korn, Slipknot, and
That's right.
It was country music.
If
I
it was Korn
enjoyed
and
it.
Slipknot, I might have been okay with it. But
Yeah.
That's still like I
Yeah.
just can't wrap my head around it.
But even if it's music you like,
Connection.
when you're only inches away from somebody on a balcony.
Yeah.
Now, her parents had the balcony on the
the
aft.
aft balcony.
That's a nice room. So, and I think on our next cruise we have 2 bathrooms, which
Yes, not on our next cruise, but our next scheduled Carnival cruise. It's the BBD run, and I decided to do a deluxe ocean view because I want to be able to tell
That's your
clients
favorite.
whether it's worth it. Have you done it?
Yes, that is my favorite because I'm a bath person. Like I rather baths over showers.
Okay.
And that is my favorite because it has a bathtub and like TJ can take the shower one and all his mess can go in the shower one and I get the bathroom one. It's just perfect.
You get a lot of room in, I will say.
It is
and
bigger than a standard interior because it's got the couch in there. So it's bigger and just for me, I like my bath. So
Well, I felt like when we were both in there, like I know sometimes, like on our first cruise, we had the regular tier, and sometimes you felt cramped even for one
Yeah.
person. This one, there were some days she wanted to sit on the bed, I'd sit on the couch, hang out, or vice versa. We both always felt like we had our own space in there. We're always on top. So I,
TJ,
Yeah.
you have no idea what cramped is. No idea. Go on a cruise with three girls, and you're the only
Oh,
male in the room.
I'll
So,
pass. Hard pass, bud. Hard
I've done
pass.
it twice.
Yeah.
and to
So,
me, the deluxe ocean view, because it's only a little bit more than a regular interior.
Yeah.
So for the amount of space that you get and the double bathrooms, to me, it's like the best deal. Like to me, I would rather that over a balcony
Yeah, we've
personally.
been discussing whenever
Yeah, me too.
we eventually want to rebook the panoramas. That was supposed to be our big summer cruise
Mhm.
before everything happened. But like we discussed, like we might just do that this time when we rebook it, just because it was a lot of room. It's not that more expensive than a regular ocean view or interior, so we you get a lot of bang for your buck. So, but I would say if you got that's what you're kind of more into, you guys are gonna like that.
Yeah.
that's the one thing good about using a travel agent
Mhm.
is when you go online and book it through Carnival yourself, it just says like balcony, and you get one choice of balcony. Like each ship has seven different kinds of balconies.
Right.
Yeah.
So if with her having access to a little bit more in depth with the rooms, we're going to try them all eventually. Hopefully.
Yeah, I definitely want to try them
Yeah.
all.
First, we got to get cruising again.
Yeah. So
I know. I feel like depressed about it. When Carnival released that thing yesterday. Like some of their boats, they've canceled all the way through November,
Yeah.
and
well,
I'm just
shoot,
like, oh.
Princess went to May.
Well, the Carnival
Yeah.
Sunshine was one that
Yeah.
canceled through November of
I know.
2021. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like the light at the end of the tunnel is very dim.
I agree. Very
Dewey
dim.
said he gets a balcony even though he's a solo.
Yeah, a lot of people like it. To me, they're a little hotter. Like it's harder to cool them off because all that natural heat's getting in.
Hmm.
But they are nice. I've had a balcony, and I'm gonna take anything if it's free or the only thing I can get.
Yeah.
That's
At
right. Me
this
too.
point, if it's heading to Caribbean, and it's on water. I'll take it. I mean, I
If
don't.
it's going up the Mississippi, I'm going.
I would go. I would go on Visions of the Sea again, and I'd hate that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I would do that at this point in my life.
I'm ready to go somewhere.
Yeah. So, what are some bucket list cruises y'all want to do?
Alaska.
Alaska, definitely. But I want to go on a Baltic cruise, and I also want to do like the British Isles. I want to do them all. I want to do like every cruise there is to do. It's on my
Yeah.
list.
How about cruise lines? Like, have y'all just Carnival people, or have y'all done? I know Bill's only got two, so I don't know.
Yeah,
You
I've done two Carnival, but we have what, three different cruise lines booked?
Yeah. So I've done Carnival and Norwegian. Um, I did Norwegian. It was in I think 2003. It was an older ship. Um, was not a huge fan of Norwegian. It was an older crowd. It was just not what I was used to. After going on, at that point, I had gone on 3 Carnival cruises, loved them all. Not that I didn't have fun on the Norwegian cruise. It was a cruise. It went to Bermuda. I mean, it was nice, but I was not a huge fan of Norwegian. I do want to try them again. We are booked on the Vlogger cruise, but they cruise out of New York all year round. So I think we're definitely gonna sneak on one of those New York sailings and give them a try again. And I want to try Royal, and they cruise out of Bayonne all year round. So we'll definitely do those two. Plus, we have MSC scheduled
Yeah.
for next February. We have a deposit on Virgin. I don't know
If they ever.
Wow.
when we're gonna ever go on that one. But yeah, we want to try them all. I think we're even probably gonna try Celebrity, because they also sail out of Bayonne. So it's not like I have to put airfare
And
on
the
top
river
of.
cruise you want to do?
Yeah, I want to do a river cruise. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I want to do them all.
Definitely think the older the cruise ship, the not as much fun you're gonna have.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've had that happen a few times. The older the boat is, And I don't know why. I guess it's just they put their older cruise directors, or I don't know. It's just not as up to date, the employees, in my
Well, it
opinion.
seems like the older the cruise ship, the older the crowd. That's the
Yeah,
biggest thing. I mean, when we were on Vision Seas, we like we talked about it. We felt like the youngest
I
couple
felt
on
like
the ship.
the youngest person on the boat.
Yeah. Then we went on
See,
Vista. It was like, wait, what?
I'm
We were on Vista.
skeptical about going on a cruise ship with 6,000 people.
Yeah,
Even before a pandemic, I like the 2,500 to 3,000 people. I like the Conquest. 6,000 people on a cruise ship trying to get off. It just sounds.
Vista wasn't that bad. I mean, the only issue, I mean, we were preferred because of you.
hmm,
But I mean, but realistically, every day I didn't feel like there were a ton of people rushing to Diet Hall, rushing Lido. Like CJ's didn't feel like because it's so spread out. That's one thing we noticed was that since everything's so spread out, everybody else is spread out. So you never feel like there were 6,000 people out there at once. Or the only time you actually felt that was New Year's Eve at the party. Outside that, shoot, I mean, there were really not to be lines for anything. It was pretty easy. So.
Like, do they have two cruise directors? Because like we got to know their cruise director, and
they
it
have
was
they have a main cruise director, but then they have like an entertainment director, so like somebody who's in charge of the shows and all that stuff. So they kind of have two of them that are kind of out and about, mingling with the crowd. That way, I guess it's hard for one person to touch 6,000 people. So they kind of split it.
yeah, exactly.
I felt he was more touched than the. Well, who was the guy on the Vista? Shorts.
Schwartz.
Schwartz. Yeah, Schwartz. He was way better than the guy on the shoot. The guy on the Royal Caribbean cruise. I the only really think I saw but twice on the whole cruise. And that was only like a 2,000 person ship.
Carnival is the best in terms of entertainment. Like they got the entertainment and the connecting with the people. Like they got that down. Whatever system they use for that or training system, they got that going on for them.
Yeah,
Oh,
they make it fun. That's why they're
Yeah.
called the fun ship.
oh. Look at Sherry. The Oasis was much less crowded than the smaller ships. And,
That's what I keep telling him. That's what everyone says.
well, things like I said,
I guess
everything.
it's because it's bigger, so there's more places for people to go. So like everybody's not in the same few places. I don't know.
Exactly. So,
I did see Journey with the Gingers popped in.
hey, Ginger's real life site.
TX
Cheat meal
popped
food
in.
cat. Hi,
Yeah,
cat.
I just brought him in here.
And Cheat Meal Cat.
Cheat Bill Cat, who's also a teacher.
Oh,
Remember? She's been here
Cheap
before.
meal food cat.
Yeah.
yeah, Cheat. Yeah.
Cheat Bill
Cheat.
too.
I think I said Cheat Meal Cat.
Let's see. So when y'all get on the cruise ship, what's the first thing y'all do?
Guys burgers.
You're
So,
starving.
my first thing I kind of even maybe ditch the family a little bit. I explore. I want to know top to bottom where everything is. I want to know the lay of the land. I want to know it all immediately.
So pretty much when you get on, you guys have to make sure your carnival app's working so Bill and the girls can know where where Lucy's
No,
at.
we all split up.
Cut the cord when she
Hold
gets home.
on. We're all. I'm usually taking a nap after I get something to eat. And they'll wake me up to do the mustard drill, and
And I've already I already know where
Yeah.
everything is, what I want to do, when I want to do it.
she's got her
We
agenda.
got an itinerary made.
Yeah, oh
That's
yeah,
right.
They're dropping
absolutely.
the off the house now, right now.
Do you bring a highlighter with you to like highlight fun times?
So I used to, but with the Hub app, I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I know. I like how you can like push the heart button and it kind of saves it and it creates your own itinerary.
Mm-hmm.
The last cruise we went on with a lot of family.
Mhm.
That's the first cruise, and we spent so much time trying to meet up,
Yeah.
and because we were with older people that didn't know how to work their phones and Hub app,
Oh,
airplane mode, and they this is going to cost me money kind of thing, and it was that was kind of a mess trying to meet up with everybody.
That was.
So we finally gave up after like day 2. You're on your own, old people.
I mean, they're on the boat. Where can they go?
Exactly. Well,
Yeah. But it was like port days. We're supposed to meet at the forward, gangway. Get off the ship, stay at the forward one, and we'll all meet up. And we'd be sitting there waiting, and they would have gone an hour before, like we were supposed to meet. It was just a mess.
it was a mess. So we're kind of glad that we know how to use the. That's one thing we will do. We do pay for the internet.
Yeah.
Whenever we're on the ship, it's well worth it.
Yep.
We usually, I remember last cruise one, we were in the casino doing muscle drill, and I was doing it for my phone,
It
your
was
phone.
NFL. It was a Super Bowl time.
No, it was the bowl. It was bowl season because we were on New Year's Eve, so we had LSU
Super Bowl
playing.
time.
Yeah, same thing. But I had to set up her phone, my phone, and your mom's phone too, so we all knew where all of us were.
I just get the social media plan, like with Carnival, because I like to look at Facebook and stuff. But I don't want my emails. Like as a teacher, like I don't want that crap coming in.
Well,
I'm off.
we get the full service on my phone, but it's not just I have a different phone for work, so I just leave that in the vehicle that we go up in. But that way I can, like, if we need to call any parents or family, we could use the iPhone calling through the Wi-Fi. So that's what so she'll have that, or if we want to send pictures, we still got a phone to do that. So that's usually how we have our set up for that. Let's see.
What is your next cruise that you have booked? Is it the BBD?
No.
Nope.
So we had an MSC booked for this February.
We're in
so
Super Bowl cruise. We
couple
were going on.
weeks.
Not bowl cruise, Super Bowl.
Like next month, February?
Yeah, but no. So we had it obviously got canceled.
Yeah.
So we postponed that one until next February, also the first week of February. And actually, we switched ships, and we're going to be on a brand new ship called the Seashore, and I'm super. It's a sister ship to the Seaside.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest.
It's not one of the biggest, but it's big.
It's a big one.
It's a big. They're all huge.
Oh yeah.
The first time I saw a cruise ship, I was like, "Oh wow!"
That's what I was the first one on Vision. I was in the wild, but then when I went on Vista, we got on at night, so I really didn't get to see because we were rushed on, so we were 10 hours late. But she sent me up to go get ice cream, and I remember walking to Lido like on Vista, like, oh my god.
Well, and it's really the first port day when you get off and look back, and it's like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
Grand Turks. We were side by side.
Yes.
Grand Turks. We were docked side by side, and we walked down the middle, and it's just like wow. And then we had one of the biggest ships was right next to us.
The Oasis of the Sea.
Yeah, the Oasis of the Sea was
in Nassau. It was right
that's
across
huge.
from us.
We haven't seen one of those. We've seen one of the level below Oasis.
Quantum class.
I remember seeing that like, oh my god, this thing is huge. And then someone goes, yeah, there's a bigger one than that. I'm like, really? How's it float?
Yeah, it is. It's like, I mean, I understand science and all that, but like, how does it float? Like,
for real.
Well, I said after a couple drinks too that day because we were mass all that day. We were part. But I was on Leo just staring at it. I'm like, Jesus, this thing is monstrous.
Yeah.
Jonathan
you get a lot of ships in Nassau.
Jonathan said, getting on a tender right next to the ship makes it look even bigger. It does.
That's so true.
It's like once you get off, that's when you realize how big it is.
Humongous. Yeah.
I love watching the pilot get on and off. Both cruises, we were lucky enough to be on the side where the pilot gets on and off, and these guys are in a 30-foot boat, if that, in some cases. And they're coming up to the side of this cruise ship, and they're like full throttle, trying to keep up with the cruise ship, and then they got to jump.
Yeah, that's what they do big when you go out of New Orleans is that you go through, Captain Island, where we
have to go down the Mississippi, so it's a while before our captain can get on.
Yeah, it has to be an American captain to get you down the Mississippi. It cannot be anybody who works for the cruise company thing.
Yeah.
So
they have to. He can't get on until right at the Gulf of Mexico. So it's about 7 hours.
Yeah, about
before
that.
the
That's the
cap-
one where the drink package doesn't kick in.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is one bad thing. Like the casinos can't open.
Yeah.
There's no drink packages until we hit the Gulf of Mexico.
And the weird thing on that, when you're going down that river, this is my first cruise. Mississippi ain't straight either. You're
No,
doing like
very curvy.
this. So I remember walking down the stairs, almost falling to get to the dining room because we hit a pitch so hard.
Well, and then like your drink packages and casino and the stores and all that, they close like the night before, like at midnight, because you are entering back into the Mississippi. So that is one bad thing about going out of New Orleans, just because it's so long, you're without services.
But in the same point, visually, especially if you can leave more in the daytime, there's a lot of cool stuff
It's
to see,
neat to
like
see,
the
yeah.
plants, the other barges going through. You see these airboats that are like 50 feet wide that are just made to go to the barge to some of the oil lines down there. You see a lot of stuff you don't normally see. It's pretty neat, especially.
And usually, when we come back into the Mississippi, there's another boat going out, and so they're very close to one another. Like I feel like you could reach out and touch the other boat. And there's usually like a horn honking contest between the two, and all this is like right at midnight. But it's every New Orleans cruise I've ever been on, so it's definitely an experience. It's neat.
And then the whole thing of New Orleans also is probably the port itself, because I mean,
yeah.
you got the duty. Well, they actually have a duty-free mall, like as part of the port. So
wow.
You literally can't forget anything on the cruise. You can't say you forgot anything, because you definitely have the opportunity to buy whatever you need before you get on right there. So that's really neat. So we are at 3 minutes left. We do have live next.
I know the hour went so fast.
So
I think who's singing tonight?
Russell Williams.
That's Lucy's boy. I'm surprised he didn't send us an email or a text.
Real quick, for all our creators in here, we have had some new names I've seen tonight. So let's do hashtag creators. If you haven't linked Double Flip, go check them out, watch them. Like I said, we do have our friends Sherry and Jaden who do need. They got their friends. They just need their hours now. So if you got time to play Sherry or Jaden, or I think even Danny needs a little help too at Griswold.
Danny needs some more friends.
Yeah, Danny needs more friends.
He's got his hours.
He's got the hours.
Yeah.
I think Papa Mozo needs hours
too. Yeah, he was on for a good while today.
He needs 3,000 hours.
That's about where we're at, but we also need the friends part too. So let's see, we got.
Me and you were on live Saturday night.
Oh, that's right. We do have the Cabin Bros Saturday.
Yes.
It's you, me, Bob from Q's Cruisers, Brad from Midlife, Honey from the Beach Life, Mike from Beach Please. Basically
the husbands of the first cabin wives.
Yes.
And one thing, if I may, I forgot to say on our live the other night.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We have a comedian on next week called Special Ed.
Oh.
I put up a video on our Facebook group. This guy's funny. Our last comedian was, this guy's funny. We've stepped it up a notch. So if you guys are around Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, stop in and see Special Ed.
Oh, we definitely always are.
Yeah, y'all are definitely on our itinerary every Tuesday.
Oh, thank you.
Well, usually Tuesday she does. We get home, I come to the studio, especially since I have material to actually edit now. And I have y'all on, I interact, but I'm also editing video at the same time. So I try to, that's my time. I always try to make y'all a couple others. So, yes.
Oh, Blaine said he needs some watch time too, right?
Oh, yeah. Blaine also. So, remember J&N, Sherry, Blaine, Mozo, they all need a little help right now.
What's Sherry's link?
Oh, Sherry's link.
Is that?
That's Sherry.
That's her playlist.
Yeah, that's her playlist right there.
Oh, I already got that.
Like I said, we got
hundreds. She lets them run all night.
World to Tuesday Night Comedy with MGM.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll become a thing.
I'll come out to use the bathroom and I hear like J&N in the background or Sherry. I'm like, what is going on? It's Lucy's.
I play it on my
tablets are like running their playlist in the background.
Well, thank y'all so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
No problem.
Not at all.
It was a fast hour. I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as we did. It didn't seem like an hour.
Yeah, no, it went by so fast.
Oh yes.
All right. Well, everybody, if you saw a creator in the chat that you're not currently following, go subscribe to their new channel, and we're gonna head on over to
Life is good today.
with Ronnie and
Russell Blue. So
Go ahead,
we
cut
will
it
see you
loose.
next week. We go over our trip. So
That's right.
talk to you later.